Today, my friends, I'm going to be breaking down for you guys one of the strongest Hog Rider attack strategies right now in the current meta of the game. That's going to be the Pekka Hog or HoPe attack strategy. We're going to be breaking down this base design here and giving you guys more examples on this specific attack. We're going to be going step by step so that then you guys can understand this. With that being said, let's go ahead and jump straight into the video. So today we've got some of the Pekka Hog attacks here, and we're going to be breaking down this base in particular. So if you guys do enjoy these kind of breaking down a particular base and going step by step a little bit more in detail, let me know in the comments below. I would really appreciate if you guys would do that. Just let me know, and if you guys want to see more of this, subscribe, and also turn the notification bell so you guys don't miss anything. So we're going to be first starting off with the first common thing is how do you deal with the CC? How do you deal with the queen? So what are going to be your key objectives? Those two. The CC and queen are going to be your main key objectives in this attack. So you want to try and get them down. But this isn't the one all be all. You really want to take a look at their positioning compared to where the town hall is placed. This is going to give you a little bit of a broader spectrum. This is going to determine where your entry point is going to be. Another thing to keep in mind is you want to create pathing for your hogs. So we want to take a look at every inch of this base when we're planning the attack. So if we consider entry points, usually we want to try and get more than just the king and queen. We want to try and get as much value as possible. This includes getting at least a multi-inferno, wizard towers, expos, Teslas, giant bombs, bomb towers, spring traps, all of that with the kill squad. Even pulling up some, or even getting rid of the king is going to be extremely good, and also pulling up any of the skeleton spells. Now, how do we choose an entry point? Well, specifically, we want to find an area that's the queen is either in the middle of the base, either more offset, either towards the town hall or away from the town hall. So this is what you're typically going to see. Sometimes she's mostly in the core near that town hall if it's an anti-2. Usually it's going to mostly be in that core area. So typically with this, what you want to try and do is look for an easy area to go through. On this base design here, the town hall is right there, more offset, but inside the base. This actually provides us with more value than you may think. In terms of base building, this is something that you don't want to do, but we can take advantage if you do see it. Notice that where the arrow's going through, this is where our pathing is for the wall wrecker. Makes it very easy. But what about that little dead zone right here? This we can take advantage of. Since we want good pathing for our kill squad, just being able to keep this area and keeping the kill squad going like this, that's huge. You want to take a look at where are some dead zones and can you take advantage of them when you're entering into the base. Now, this is not always going to be reliable. However, very, very good thing to keep in mind when you guys are using the Pekka Hogs. Now, not only this, but how are we going to set the funnel? Think of this like a go-ho. So typically what you want to do is you want to use your Pekkas, and then you also want to use some wizards scattered about in order to set the funnel. However, with the Pekkas, you want at least 2 or 3 of them going into the base. Typically, you're going to see about 2 of them going in, but what you want to do is you want to try and funnel your Pekkas to go in the right direction. So you're going to see, as an example right here, that the Pekkas are going to be first drop. They are going to be your golem slash heavier DPS. Now, this is an extremely important thing to keep in mind, and you're going to notice this Pekka right here. Notice how it hit the gold storage, and now it's going to the elixir storage. Why is that? And here's the main reason why. The army camp is actually has a 4x4 hitbox instead of it being a 5x5. Since the Pekka has to get in really close, it only has a 4x4 hitbox. Meaning that may be the reason why sometimes your Pekkas may not go in that direction or something like that. Even any troop in the game, just thinking about that, gives you a little bit more. So in terms of base identification and funneling, that's an important thing to remember. Now notice how in terms of a base design here, we're not using all of our wizards. We have them scattered about. The Pekkas do a really good job at creating the funnel for us. Even having one Pekka going in is huge because it really helps us get through a good chunk of the base. Pulling up giant bombs is extremely important. We can get a lot of that from here. Now, dealing with CCs, you're going to typically see a variety of different CCs. You're going to see like Baby Dragon with Witch, Baby Dragon with Valk. You might see a Lava Hound or Golem sometimes, and you might also see an Electro Dragon. So Electro Dragon isn't too hard to deal with. Just use a max poison to slow it down, and most likely you will still have that queen up to take care of it. And also, you will have some boulders within your wall wrecker to get value from that. Specifically, it's going to be able to heal and rage them. Provided that with the heal and rage, those two are extremely important spells because they're able to get you a lot of value for your bowlers, since it'll keep them alive and it'll keep them doing a lot of DPS. Now, what about the hogs going in? Now, this is an extremely important thing to know. As your hogs go in, this is your next step here after you've gone through your kill squad, your funneling, and all of that. When you're sending in your hogs, you see them surgically here, but it's mainly to keep the hogs in groups. Going to the bomb tower, going to the mortar, then they're both going to move over to the cannon. And you want that. And then if there's Teslas here, you want to save some for here, so that then you're not keeping your hogs on the outside of the base, and instead you're pushing them onto the inside. That's what you want to do realistically with the hogs. Healing them over giant bombs, multi-infernos, a lot of point defenses, and not only that, but also healing them over like skelly traps if you don't have any back-end poisons. But typically you want to heal them over a lot of splash and also point defenses. Just remember to heal them in a group. That's huge because what this will allow you to do is be able to keep those hogs alive longer, and they're in a group. They're not separated. You're not healing only one or two hogs. You're healing a majority. This is huge. It'll allow you to be able to get through a lot of different base designs fairly quickly. So this gives you guys a really solid idea of it. So let's go ahead and jump into some good attacks here, showing you guys how you guys can use this attack strategy. So on this base design right here, we notice that the King, Queen, and the Town Hall are a little bit more offset. So what we want to do again, and as we're taking a look, we're going to let this move through so that then you guys can get the idea as I explained before. So with this, what you're doing is you have the wall wrecker going in, you have the Pekkas making the funnel. If like right here, you have two Pekkas moving in. That's really awesome. The Pekkas really provide this really amazing funnel, and they just continue to do a lot of work on the outside. When you're dealing with a Lava Hound CC, all you have to do really is poison up those archers and you'll be fine. Now, when you're dealing with the Pekkas and the Giant from your wall wrecker, using the heal and rage is going to be extremely important. Notice how much of the base we've actually cleared out, and we've actually gotten about this section of the base, only leaving this part of the base here for us to move through with our hogs. And just remember, surgical placement to keep the hogs in the base and as a group. You're going to heal over all of your groups, so this is going to include, going through the multi-infernos. Just don't be too late, because sometimes it might be too late and you could actually completely run out of time, especially if you don't have any more hogs left. They're really good in terms of, cleanup and stuff like that. And then, you can see here using a heal again over the hogs to keep them alive if there are any traps or, anything like that. But specifically with this attack, obviously like you saw here, setting the funnel very nicely, and you want to really take a look at where all your value is and if it's near the Town Hall. So if it's near the Town Hall away from your entry point, that's what you want to look for. So that gives you guys an idea, and notice how quick that replay was. It's a really, really fast one. This is an attack that really is a no joke. So let's go ahead and show you guys another example with this one. So in this example right here, we're going to be entering in from a corner area. So in terms of this, we want to get as much value as possible. So this means setting the funnel. This is obviously going to be step one. You can either use a wizard if the troop is out of range of any defenses, minus the mortar, because it doesn't do enough damage in order to, do a lot of damage to it. But once you've actually created a solid funnel, you should be able to start entering into the base with your wall wrecker. You just really want to make sure that you're paying attention to where the town hall is in comparison to everything else. The queen's in the center of the base, then what you're going to do is you're going to enter into the base with, you're going to enter into the base and try and get as much value as possible. Having her in the center of the base is a lot better than having her elsewhere, so it's definitely a huge help. The rage and heal obviously being used in order to get as much value as possible. This really helps with these type of attacks, so it can definitely be worthwhile. So when you're using your hogs here, in this case, if you're using them really close to the entry point that you already, or not entry point, but to your kill squad that's already still doing work, what you want to do here is you want to be able to predict your pathing. So this includes like knowing where giant bombs are. This is knowing like where everything else is. So you're moving into the base like this with your hogs moving through. Just remember that the only thing that you can't plan for is spring traps. So that's definitely something that you're just gonna have to really think about when you guys are using hogs at Town Hall 10 or Town Hall 11 or whatever. So you just really want to try and predict their pathing with the heal spells to keep them alive as much as possible. This also includes using your poison spell on the back end skellies. Like you see right here, back end skellies are typically going to be really annoying, especially if there's 15 of them on your hogs or 10 of them or so. So it's definitely a little bit something to keep in mind, that when you guys are using the hogs, you want to make sure that you do have that back end poison. And if we see from here, the giant bombs did a lot of work at the beginning of the attack that really made this a little bit more trickier. However, you can still get it done even if your hogs do fall short. So sometimes your hogs will fall short, but that's completely fine, because you will still be able to get as much value as possible and still get the hogs to clear at least a good chunk of the base out, even if they clear off one defense, or if they don't clear one defense. So let's go ahead and show you guys another example using the Pekka Hog. So in this last example here, the specific thing that we want to really take a look at is the Town Hall again in relation to our entry point. The Queen, King, and CC are in the center of the base. This allows us to then set the funnel with the Pekkas using very minuscule amount of wizards and have the wall wrecker move into the base towards that town hall. This now offers us a little bit more value, and we're really being patient. Now, in this example, there is a Lava Hound CC. However, if there isn't, you don't want to delay your queen, and instead you want your queen to move into the base and deal with that damage CC, especially if it's like an Electro Dragon. So definitely that's something to keep in mind when you guys are using Pekka Hogs or really any hog attack. Delay it if you know that there is a Lava Hound or Golem CC. Other than that, send in your queen as quickly as possible. Remember that when you're sending in your hogs, you're keeping them in as a group, and this is a great example of keeping all of them in a group. Another thing is you sometimes want to heal over more than just one giant bomb, and not only that, but you want to predict where giant bombs could be. However, you don't want to just heal right then and there. Heal where the hogs are going. Heal them over where they're going to go to next, the wizard tower next. This really helps them a lot. Notice that the queen was able to easily, completely get through the base, having not going in with that kill squad, and instead staying on the outside and making sure that the attacker could get a lot of value. And that's what you're looking for with this type of attack. So let me know if you guys did enjoy this. I really enjoyed making this video, and hopefully you guys did enjoy this. So if you guys did enjoy, want to leave a like, subscribe, turn on the notification bell so you guys don't miss anything. If you guys want to go ahead and join the Aphelion Esports clan, then feel free to. This is their mixed clan, so feel free to join them if you guys are interested in joining the mixed breakdown, or if you guys want to go ahead and join them in esports in higher level competition, all Town Hall 12/13 maybe, then feel free to go ahead and check them out. I'm going to leave a link down in the description for their Discord server. Also, feel free to join the my community Discord server as well, and also feel free to go over to Sniper's Victory, over to the Only the Brave family. I'm also leaving a link down there if you guys want to join their clan family as well. hopefully you guys did enjoy. Also, don't forget to follow me on Twitter at _CorruptYT. With that being said, that's going to do it, guys, for the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I'll be seeing you guys next time. Corrupt, signing out.